time for rock news on 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Let's check in with Lynch and Taco and see which rockers are making the headlines for all the right and wrong reasons. 101.1 WJRR.
All right, before we get into rock news, Taco Bob, would you be so kind as to provide the Rock the Bank $1,000 keyword for this hour for those who might have missed it?
That would be dollar. DOLLAR. Enter that at WJRR.com.
And if your phone rings next hour, if you're playing this contest, pick that thing up.
Yeah, because if you don't, they're moving on to the next listener with your $1,000.
All right, and then leave JRR on all day today. There's a shot at the start of every hour, straight on through until 9 o'clock tonight.
I seriously thought that you almost just said there's an S-load of cash.
There is. There really is.
But I thought that you almost did.
Okay. We're counting down about a little over a half hour from tickets going on sale for Earth Day Birthday 2024, which we announced the lineup yesterday. All the info right now at WJRR.com. We do everything in our power to try to save you some money on this show, this festival.
Yeah.
We know every dollar counts these days. There's a lot of shows and competition out there. Ticket prices are skyrocketing. That's why we would implore and urge you, if you plan on going to the show, buy today, buy early. The earlier you buy, the more you will save.
The first round of tickets are $25 plus service charge.
$25 for a festival show.
After those sell out, the next ration of them are $35 plus service charge. After those sell out, it goes up to $45 per service charge. So earlier the better.
All right, 10 o'clock for that. Again, you want all the info, WJR.com. Just hit up the Earth Day Birthday banner right there. It'll take you right in. Speaking of tours, Blink-182 has announced their One More Time tour in honor of their new album just released last week. One More Time. It will kick off here in Orlando.
I saw that news and went, finally, Orlando gets a big show instead of going to Tampa.
It will kick off June 20th here in Orlando, of the first of the 30 dates, mix of arenas and stadiums. Tickets will be on sale for that this coming Friday morning at 10 o'clock.
I'm checking what day June is. June 20th. Son of a bitch.
He'll be with fellow San Diego rockers Pierce the Veil as the openers.
It's going to be on a Thursday night, I'm sure. You know what? Who cares? We can rough it on Friday.
Robert Plant sang
He ain't giving in.
Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven for the first time in 16 years over the weekend. I told you last week that Plant was among the special guest performers that were going to be present this past weekend for the Cancer Platform, an initiative launched by the Cancer Awareness Trust, organized by founding Duran Duran guitarist Andy Taylor. Dubbed An Evening with Andy Taylor as special guest, the event was held at Soho Farmhouse in Oxfordshire, England, and featured all sorts of great performers. Plant's set did a bunch of Zeppelin stuff, including Thank You and Black Dog. Stairway to Heaven, last time they performed that was at the O2 Arena in London back in 2007. That concert eventually was released as the Celebration Day film.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? Obviously, the Stones all over the place with the release of their new studio album that came out Friday, Hackney Diamonds.
Hey, back to Robert Plant really quick. Wasn't that him that showed up that we jonesed? Remember he was supposed to be going to another radio station? I'm almost sure that was Robert Plant.
No, it was John Paul Jones.
Oh. You sure?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He was going to a different radio cluster. He said, "Oh yeah, no problem."
And we pulled him in and talked to him for a while. Yeah.
Before you do, step into our studio for an interview.
Mm-hmm. They weren't real appreciative of that.
No,
but they're not a radio station anymore. So
there you go.
Mick Jagger popped up on Saturday Night Live in part of the promotion of the new album. He actually had a couple of appearances in a few of the skits. Put on a fedora and fake mustache as he crashed the set of a Spanish-language soap opera. That was followed by him playing a lustful nun in a parody of Sister Act 3. Billy Joel kicked off his final 10 shows of his Madison Square Garden residency Friday night was the first of the final 10 concerts in his record-breaking Madison Square Garden residency, which will end next year after 150 sold-out shows at the world's most famous arena.
Is that not insane? Do you know people who have gone? I know people who have gone to it, yeah.
He ran through 34 songs over 2.5 hours. And it's funny. He says, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is I don't have any new songs for you. The good news is you don't have to sit through songs you don't know and probably don't want to hear in the first place.
It's a very good point.
Always a complaint with some of the classic rockers. They're going to put a new album out. And so it's hit or miss. It really is. It's hit or miss. So kind of making a joke about that. This kind of odd and out of the blue. At one point, apparently, Ozzy Osbourne once offered 80s pop star Rick Astley, the Rick roll.
Oh, yeah.
Rick Rap. Offered to put together a band for him. He said, if you ever want to put a band together, let me know. I've worked with all the greats. Astley admitted that he was, quote, gobsmacked. This even after Sharon Osbourne leaned over and told Ozzy, he doesn't want to play with your long-haired, tattooed effing monsters. It is funny. Rick Astley has since formed a friendship with another rocker, Dave Grohl. And the partnership with Ozzy, though, never materialized.
I could see him and Dave get along, because the quirk factor.
Yeah. How about this for some good news to end rock news with? Bret Michaels has adopted a new dog named Bret Michaels. The 6-year-old husky came into the Nebraska Humane Society a few weeks ago, and while there, helped save the life of a kitten in need with a blood transfusion. So Bret Michaels, the dog,
he gave a blood transfusion to a kitten?
Yeah, they took blood from the husky, transfused with the cat, saved the cat's life.
That's going to freak that cat out for life. It's got dog's blood.
Bret Michaels adopted the dog named Bret Michaels, and you can't make this stuff up.
Was it already named Bret Michaels?
Yes!
Or
It was already
good, because I was going to say, if you're naming your dog, like if you got a dog, another dog, and you named it Pat Lynch.
Come here, Pat Lynch.
Your neighbors go,
quit licking your balls.
No, I'm not going to pick up your crap. Your neighbors go, he finally did it.
Lost it. Completely lost it.
One too many Jamesons.
All right, there you go. Your rock news.